Econ Good will be in Spanish. Volunteering will be in English. Then we have language-based breakout sessions where you can share your experiences. From 5:20 to 5:45 Central European times, we will be looking at the voting results. Those of you who want to come, even if you're not a delegate, you're more than welcome to go there. Otherwise, you can go on break. From 6 o'clock on, we'll have a fireside chat where we will hear from several people. How can we build interpersonal relationships within the movement? Then we have a group activity. And at 6:30, we split up in 3 groups. So you have several options and need to decide where you want to participate. And again, you're seeing that it's on different languages. Nonviolent communication will be German only. Thereafter, again, we have 3 groups, one of them being bilingual German-English, the 2 other ones English only. And then we will wrap up the day officially, but of course we will leave this Zoom room open for you, where you can hang out, network, have a glass of wine, beer, coffee, tea, whatever you want together with other people who are here, or talk about today's soccer games that are going on. So, and of course, those breakout sessions that are based on languages, if there's any language in addition that you would like to have, just let us know and we can set up additional breakout sessions for you. Are there any technical issues that I've forgotten to mention, Gus or Heidi, that should still be mentioned? I guess not. Then I would want to very much welcome now Yuki. Yes?
And we wanted to take a picture.
Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so I knew there was something.
The interpreters.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Gus, for reminding me. So the last 2 days, we've had these wonderful interpreters with us. And today they were not available anymore, but we would like to thank them and send them a big thank you. And we were thinking what we could do is that all of us turn on our cameras and we thank them or clap like this or send them a heart and whatever you want to do. And we take a picture of everybody doing that. And then we will send that to them so that they know how much they've been appreciated. So I would say 1, 2, 3, and then let's keep those stay like this for a little bit so we can have a few photos taken and send that to them. Well,
keep going. Pop your cameras on if you haven't got them on. Do it again.
Okay.
I have to take the picture, so I'll try and get the hearts and then.
Okay.
Right, smiling. You ready? Cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah. Brilliant. I took
Okay.
one there.
Thank you, everybody. Roger wants to share something with all of us. Your microphone.
Oh, no, actually it was the wrong hitting button, but I say hello to everyone. So, how does that go away? I wanted to try out this automatic thing that the hearts come with the hand, but my computer seems to be too old for that.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. We just think it's been fabulous to have these translation services for the last couple of days. Now, today we're hearing from 2 people from Japan who speak excellent English. That is now Yuki and Katsuko. They are the co-founders of ECG Japan. And it's so great that you're here with us and that you can share your story with us of how you came about to have the idea of starting ECG in Japan and so forth. Hello and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Daniela. My name is Naoyuki Homura, and I will explain a little bit of what we are doing in Japan. This is really a great honor for us. to have this opportunity to explain our activity about the Econ Japan, Econ Good Japan Association. So let me show you some slides. Can you let me share the presentation?
Should work
Oh.
now.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. Can you show, can you see? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. So let me explain our activity. Actually, we in Japan, we established Association of Econ Good Japan in April with key person of 8 people here. And from international point of view, we are now officially our application was officially received, and I believe it is under examination of that document. I hope soon it will be recognized and applied as completed. So this is the current situation. Key person is this. You may know Ikeda-san is expert of forestry. He is a bridge of German and Japan, and he translated the Econ Good books to Japanese so that we get to know what is Econ Good. And actually, personally, I get to know the Econ Good last year. Since then, all of us work together very hard to establish the activity in Japan. This Ikeda-san and Egami-san and Shimizu-san. Shimizu-san is attending here today. These 3 are the board of representative directors, and these 3 board of directors, including me, and Kazuko-san here today, presenter of this presentation is auditor. And roughly he is expert of forestry, and he, me, and Yasuda-san is a consultant in somehow. Hegami-san, Yasuda-san is in somehow organization related or human resource related professional. And Nahoko-san and Akiko-san is an activist of all the social issues or the local issues. They treat many issues locally or Japan-wide. And Kazuko-san is a professor of Nagasaki University, and he is expert of nuclear operation. And myself, Homura Naoyuki, is also the consultant, mainly for the small to medium business for the marketing or strategy point of view. So altogether, we are very variety of the people in terms of the area, in terms of the regional regional where we are living. So altogether, we are very mixed and very energetic people. And since this may be first exposure to you about Japan, I would like to show some interesting statistics or data to you. Let me give you some question. Please guess how many Japanese companies stay in business for more than 100 years. one or to 9 or over 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000. And the same
should we use the
question.
chat for?
Yeah, to the chat. Yeah, please write on the chat. And the same question is for companies more than 200 years. Can you guess how many companies in Japan have such long history? I will wait maybe a minute or two. Oh, yeah. So I guess this question, okay, 100 years and 200 years. So how many? Many people are saying 100 companies. Some are saying more than 1,000. Yeah. Yeah. Some says 10,000. Some says 1,000. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. What you view Japanese. Yeah. Reality is, as of now, more than 100 years, we have 42,966 companies, so more than 10,000. And also the 200 years, we have more than 1,000, 1,340, which is 65% of the world company who has a life of more than 200 years. And Kazuko-san will show you why it is so. It is in somehow related to the way of thinking of Japanese. And this is what we feel very collaborative way of thinking with Econ Grid. That's we will show you later. Come back to this later, okay? And before that, let me show you what we have done in Japan. Activity before funding association. We have a translation of a workbook and dialogue online. And also we had a tour to Japan this January, February with all the core teams. And after that, we had a study tour report share to all the people interested in the ECG in Japan. And also we started the quick test online events from April. So we are not only these 8 core people, but also we are recruiting and we are showing these activities to all the people in Japan. Also, we started consulting for a company, hair styling salon, which led by Ikeda-san. And now it's in progress. And also ourselves, we are now in the course learning journey of the ECG consulting with Isabella and Roland. And also I and Kazuko and Nahoko joined to the coordinator training with Daniela and Thomas. And we started the homepage in Japanese. Let me show you a brief image. This is our homepage of Japanese version. This picture is the one when we visited Germany, all together with the people in German. Okay, and then also activity and the plan. We have we started recruiting members, and as of June, as of now, 35 regular members are joined, and 10 supporting members are joined. So we are expecting to have more and more members coming together. And also fundraising activity we started. As of now, we confirmed one credit union supporting us. So this is 1 million Japanese yen, which is 6,000 European euro. So it is big for us. We are trying to expand that fundraising activity more. And also, Econ Good Academy Japan, Nahoko-san start leading these regular events on the Econ Good topics. And also we continue quick test, and we started the consulting working group, education working group, and the municipality working group we are planning to do. And hopefully, again, to Germany as well as Australia, we would like to go as a study tour with other new members. I will show you the Econ Group Academy Japan briefly. This is also in Japanese, but in July 30, this is the first day for Japan Econ Good Japan Academy. This is a total of 6 days monthly basis. If you are interested, please click this. This is one you see this activity. So altogether, we are now here. We started the German tour, and we started a Japan association. Since then, we started the consulting journey, coordinator training, and also we started a company for the balance sheet. And soon, future, we ourselves would like to work as a consultant. And recruiting and fundraising started. And here is all the communication activities. Already we have the German tour reports, dialogue session, quick test, and the kickoff. And then we have Nahoko-san leading this Econ Good Japan Academy series of 6. And we would like to continue this in the future. Okay, thank you. So from here, I would like to pass this to Kazuko-san, who will explain about Japan. Kazuko-san?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And yes, before I start to talk, I think that you may have wondered the word which Homura-san repeatedly used if he calls some Japanese names, which is san, like I call Homura-san, or I call Nahoko-san. This san means, like in English, Mrs. or Mr. or Miss. So san is just, we put that to a name in a kind of polite form. So Homura-san and me, I'm Kazuko-san or Hikawa-san. Anyway, sorry. About Japan. When we started to establish Econ Good Japan Association, we encounter some challenges, and which is, I think, the language barrier, because it's not only the translation issue, but the English terminologies are not very. If we can, of course, translate English terms or English terminologies into Japanese, however, this is just a kind of automatic translation, and the translated words are not very well understood in Japan because we have a different culture. However, regardless which terms or which words we use, the values, the concept itself, we have the same. We have so many things in common. So that's why I would like to explain a little bit about Japanese culture, so that why we believe that the concept of ECG should be well received in Japan, and we should promote it in Japan because we have the same value. Next slide, please. So As previously Homura-san explained about Japanese enterprises, companies. As many countries, as many other countries, we have also very few large enterprises, only 0.3%, and 1990, more than 90% is medium small enterprises. Next, please. Yes. However, differences, and the differences I will come later, but the reason for the difference is, and this is exactly the value which we share, regardless which words we used. We have the same values with the ECG, and the first one is Yaorozu no Kami. This is, yes, we translate it into English, the 8 million gods, which means that we believe that we are a part of the nature. So we are not controlling nature, or we are supervising nature, but we are part of the nature. So we believe that in every corner of our life, in nature, there are gods. There are gods. So such as gods of the sea and the mountains, gods of commerce and learning. So that's why we have a deep respect towards the nature. And the next one is Yui, mutual assistance. It's actually solidarity. If we translated the word solidarity directly into Japanese, it's called rentai. Nobody understands. Nobody understands what it means. However, this is the same with Japanese Yui, mutual assistance. This is a long-established practice in rural area, especially. So it says just, people help each other in needs. So it's rentai. And the next one is yoriai. This is discussion. This is actually co-determination. The custom of deciding things by consensus, including both reason and emotion. So co-determination. But if we translate co-determination in Japanese, it will be kyodo jiketsuken, completely different, completely different. But we have the same idea in words, Japanese word, yoriai. So then the last one is sampo yoshi. So 3 sides good means that this idea is only a good business. So when it contributes to society and satisfy both buyers and sellers, the business will be successful. Sorry. So this actually concept or idea is deeply rooted in Japanese culture, and only the companies who practice this idea could exist, maybe more than 100 years and 200 years. So next, please. Next, please. Yes. So then in Japan, in the past, as we have already saw that 42,966 companies that have been they are more than 100 years old, and 1,340 companies are more than 200 years old. And 65% of companies that are more than 200 years old in the world are Japanese companies. So it's a very good tradition. However, it's been now changing. It's been now changing because after the capitalism is also introduced in Japan, companies' behavior have changed. They started to pursue more benefit, and they are starting to forget the traditional Japanese culture. So today, more and more companies pursue only their own profits, and by spreading the ECG, Econ Good, as a practical tool, we hope to promote a movement toward a common good in the society, or we want to just back to our traditional culture. And we would like to change current Japanese society from the economy. Thank you very much. I think that was all. If
Thank
you
you.
have any questions, please how many minutes do we still have? I think
We
that we're just 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Exhausted 20
thank you
minutes now.
so very much. It's been so interesting and exciting to give us this insight into Japanese culture and how Econ Good actually fits perfectly. It just seems like puzzle pieces fitting together. This has been so very interesting. Thank you so much. And yes, I would say let's take at least a few questions. If you could put them into the chat, please, or raise your hands if you want to speak right away. And maybe you could stop sharing your screen so we could see who has a question. Any questions? So here it says that it's fantastic. Everybody congratulating you. But I'm not seeing any questions. I'm having a question then. I remember that you had told me that volunteering is not exactly part of the Japanese culture, and that would be one kind of stone in your way, that it would make it difficult to find people who are willing to volunteer. And that much more, I was fascinated by you saying, well, now you already have 35 members. So maybe you could talk about a little bit about this usually not volunteering in your society, and despite that fact, you've managed to find 35 members already.
I think, maybe what we wanted to say is that not volunteering itself. There are so many people who like to volunteer. However, there are not organized groups for volunteers. That's a difficult part in Japan. Like we don't have so many NGOs. We have NGOs for advocation, but not for activities, to help people and so on. That's my understanding. And now I pass on to Homura-san or Naoko-san. What would you say?
Maybe Naoko-san may have some comments on this.
Yes, basically Japanese culture has tried to harmonize our community. For example, we eat rice, and when we plant the rice field, we have to cooperate each other. All villagers try to do the same work for the purpose. That's kind of culture always be in my heart, I think. So not volunteers, but it's very natural to help somebody, So, and also the reason this quickly we can get members bigger, all our board members has community, so we introduce them, and I feel many people has some conscious worries because Japanese culture is losing something essential, important point because of the capitalism. So I think, as Homura-san and Kazuko-san mentioned, we like to back to our original, something important Japanese spirit, I think. How about Homura-san?
Yeah, just a quick comments on this. We are the island, just a made of 4 islands. We are very close culture type of country. So that why the mutual understanding, mutual activity is very natural. So that why this is not just voluntary. This is from the bottom of the heart. We work together. It's a very reasonable, natural things to do.
Okay. And what are the obstacles to remind Japanese businesses of the old culture? I mean, you mentioned that basically it's all based on your culture. So it seems like you just have to remind people, or are there obstacles?
Mm.
Mm.
I would say, yeah, very traditional way of thinking. This is a very natural. ECG concept is a very harmonized to the original way of thinking. However, what we feel it's a difficulty is we are more or less pretty much capitalism oriented country already after the World War II. So way of thinking is more Americanized. So we almost lose the original concept of what was good, what was done so well. So this is the difficulties and could be the obstacle.
Okay.
Yeah, they are already a part of the system, whole system, and even though we reminded them of their old values, they understand it, but it's difficult for them to change the course.
Okay. Thank you,
And
Gazem.
also,
Yeah. Sorry.
can I add one more? I feel some difficulties in terms of the transparency and decision making, because I think Japanese politics is not, democratic way. So that's also one of the obstacles, I think.
Okay. There's so many more questions here, and Gazem had raised his hand, and I wish we would have more time to go through this.
I will make it short.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you virtually. And I have only one question. What does mean respect for the Japan in the Japanese culture? What does it mean, respect? And also with regard to the Econ Good movement. Thank you.
Respect. I don't know, this is Japanese typical or in general, but respect reminds me of thinking the person, the other person, what they want to be or what they want to do. This is the kind of things we consider. This is the kind of respect.
To see others as also important, right? Like if we respect all the people, which means that we see the other people, they are also very important. So we have to behave politely, for example. No?
And I can imagine that in Japan, the people generally they have a high respect to the nature, also, not only.
Yes, yes, which means again that we think that nature is important.
And the root is what you told. You see God everywhere. You see
Yes,
God everywhere. God exists everywhere.
And
you
we
have
are
high
part
respect
of the
for
nature.
it. Thank you. I asked because I want to understand. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, thank you so very much. This has been so interesting. And looking at the questions we have in the chat, we could just continue talking. It's so fascinating to hear this. And thank you so very much for being up in the middle of the night to tell all of us about your heritage and your culture and how you can put the two together, Econ Good and the Japanese culture. And I'm also seeing here invitations for you when you come to Germany. So maybe you could take a little time still to read through the chat and respond to some of those questions, or maybe people could send you emails with their question. Would that be okay?
Yeah, of course. Yes, okay. That's our pleasure.
Okay. Thank you so very much. It's been absolutely wonderful and enlightening, and I'm handing over to Heidi.
Thank you. Thank you. And
Thank you
a warm
much.
welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you,
Great.
and hope to see you again.
Yes. So now we're